Yeah, my Japanese is getting pretty good now. I can ask people if they speak English or Japanese now. So you say, actually, if there's Japanese people watching this, probably gonna laugh at my pronunciation, but I believe it's Eigo ga wakarimasu ka, which means do you speak English? I think, or do you understand English? And then, you would start with sumimasen, which is excuse me. And then you would say to me, iie, which means no. And wakarimasen means you don't understand. I think if there's any Japanese watchers, you can correct me if I'm getting this wrong. And then if you were to ask me if I speak Japanese, you would say Nihongo ga wakarimasu ka? And then I would say, if I did, I'd say hi, wakarimasu. Do you want to repeat it? Give it a try. What's that? Give me a Japanese word you know.
I don't know Japanese.
You said one in the car.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah. You just know it because of the rap song, isn't it?
She said, hola, ¿cómo está? She said, konnichiwa.
周りの友達、女性の周りの友達で浮気してる方はいますか？
自分が
風俗に行くことは浮気かどうか、Yes か No で。
No.
No.
You wasn't expecting that.
No.
You thought it was just the men that believe this, innit?
No, it's not even that, but it's just a concept of how can you say prostitution is not cheating?
Well, it's because our idea of cheating is simply just being physical with somebody can also count as cheating, right? Or talking to somebody emotionally online is cheating. But that's our idea of cheating.
Yeah.
On the other side of the world, they have completely different.
But that's why I'm shocked, because I just find it crazy how you cannot consider that cheating.
It's, you know, me and my friends were watching, we watched a part of this on, I think, TikTok or Instagram, and they were all like, nah, man. Because they all like, oh, they all love Japanese women, right? They love aesthetically anyway, and the culture and everything. But hearing that was like, I can't sleep at night knowing that my girl's out there sucking dick, you know? Like, and she's like, it's okay because it's a prostitute. That's crazy to me. I couldn't do that.
周りの友達、女性の周りの友達で浮気してる方はいますか？
いないです。
いないですか？
いないです。いないです。
いないですか？なるほど。
自分が
や
ば自分が
ちょっと説明してください。
好きじゃなさすぎて、その好きじゃない人と付き合ってる状況が耐えられなくて。
どうして付き合わないといけない状況になりました？そもそも。
いや、なんか状況っていうか、クラブで出会ったんですけど、なんか出会った時はいい感じだったんですけど、1週間ぐらいして私はめっちゃ冷めちゃったんですけど、あっちはあんま冷めれなかったみたいで、なんか他の女の子の告白とかも全部なんか断ってたみたいで、付き合おうって言われて、なんかそれ聞いたら断れなくなっちゃって。
Do you know what I heard, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that like Japanese people have a hard time saying no to things. This came
I don't
from
think it's a good enough excuse.
Oh, obviously not. It's mad that she said yes and
Yeah.
she didn't like him, and then she cheated on him. But I heard
Break up
that
with someone.
I don't want to like get this wrong, obviously, because we're putting this on YouTube and someone's gonna be like, Michael, shut the fuck up. You know what you're talking about. But I was told that they're polite to the point where I was told if you go on a date with a Japanese girl, she'll make her like she's having a good time in the moment because she doesn't want to say no to you then, but you just won't get a call afterwards. She'll be radio silent.
I think a lot of people do that though.
No, that's not. Apparently, it's common over there though. Like over here, that's not that common. It's not that common that you'll get no. Like they'll text you saying, "Hey," then go, "Well, not into you," and not say it in person, but to go radio silent, that's mad. I would at least say to her, "Yo, I wasn't really feeling the date." Wait, why are we smiling like that?
Because I've done that a couple of times.
Wait, you've just not said anything.
No.
Why? Okay, well, did they do something bad, or you just weren't feeling them?
I just weren't feeling it.
Why didn't you and they were texting you?
Don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Were they texting you or not?
I don't know. I can't. It was a long time ago, but it's just I hate confrontation for one.
Why would that be a confrontation?
I don't know.
would you be aggressive?
No.
And you don't think they would be aggressive?
No, but there's been a few people where, you know, I've given it a shot and then I'm not feeling it, and I've been honest and said to them I'm not feeling it, and they've gone absolutely psycho at me. It happened twice.
So they did get aggressive.
A couple of people, yeah, and it really upset me because I thought to myself, why are you going crazy at me just because I didn't like you? Like, I don't have to like you. I gave you a chance. You know, I went out on a date with you. I was texting you for a bit. If I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't feeling it, you know. And to react like an absolute psychopath,
Yeah.
I was taken aback. I'll be honest.
No, that's fair. But now is your default, you don't respond if you didn't like the date?
No, now I respond. Like, now I would respond. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
風俗は浮気かどうかっていう。イエスかノーで。
イエス
イエス。
の
ノー。どうしてイエス？まあイエス。どうしてイエス？どうしてダメですか？
なんかわざわざ風俗に行く意味がわからないみたいな。まあ性欲と恋愛はちょっと違うかなと。まあ一緒だけど、まあ彼女にこっそり秘密にしてたらあれだけど、まあそういう、関係も彼女公認とかなら、まあ情に恋とかしなければいいじゃないか。
じゃあ次に自分の彼氏、まあいるかわかんないですけど、いたとして自分の彼氏が風俗行きたい、行ってくる、別れますか？別れないですか？
別れます。
別れます。
別れます
もう。それはもうダメ。絶対
なんかもう意味わかんないから別れます。なんかまあその時の関係によります。
なるほど。じゃあちゃんと付き合ってる。結構ちゃんと付き合ってる状態。
なんかわかんないけど、めっちゃ性欲旺盛とかならいいんじゃないって思っちゃうかも。
Yo, this girl's wild, man. She don't think it's cheating. If he gets permission, he can go see prostitutes. She cheats. No restraint in relationships, sexual. Hey, lady, no disrespect, but you are for the streets.
You know what? It all just doesn't make sense to me. But it seems like she's with a guy who's maybe a bit of a simp, so it's put her on a bit of a high horse, and she can pretty much do whatever she wants, and he's still gonna stick by her.
Oh, man, them. Come on, man. You can't let this run. It don't matter how pretty the girl is. You can't let her behave like that.
Yeah, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you're number one in a relationship with someone you don't like, just leave them. Don't string it along. Number two, if you're with someone and you want to have sex with your partner. And I don't know, I just find the whole thing so wild and bizarre.
It is bizarre. I could
That's
not
a
think
norm.
of going home to a woman that I didn't actually like. Or me, even worse, not even having the convenience of her just being at home, so I don't have to arrange dates, actually arranging dates and going out with someone you don't like.
But also, imagine coming home to your wife and a few hours ago she had another man's willy in her mouth.
That's crazy.
And then you're just going to kiss her, hey babe, how was your day? Like, what?
No. It's not, look, obviously, you get with multiple girls, right? So just doing the maths, obviously they've probably given head to other guys. It's not so much that, although
a few hours before.
It's the few hours before, and the fact that the girl that you have invested in just had another penis in her mouth.
Or, for example, she's going sleep at night and she's sitting there thinking about this other guy and how good he shagged her.
That's crazy.
It is. Like, how do you keep a bond and a connection going with someone if their mind's just elsewhere thinking about other people?
I guess they do it differently
It just
in
doesn't
Japan.
make sense.
This video is breaking my heart right now.
日本人の女性は浮気する人が多いと思いますか？イエスかノーで。
No,
少ない。少ない。
Yeah.
なんで少ない
Yes.
どうして？
私の周りの友達は割と遊ぶの大好きだから。
風俗行くのは浮気かっていう男が。
それも隠されたら浮気かな。
じゃあ彼氏がいたとして、彼氏が風俗行ってくるって言ったらなんて言います？
理由にもよりますけど、なんかそれが納得できる理由だったら浮気とは思わないかも。
I'm sorry. What reason do men go to brothels?
What could possibly be a valid reason?
The only reason is because he wants to bust some nuts. What other reason could there be?
I find this all very degrading.
I'm puzzled. I'm more puzzled. I'm more puzzled at the female response than the male one. I'm more puzzled at that. I know that might sound sexist, but this is baffling to me that the girls are okay. I mean, look, I'm not shitting on them for it. You know, do whatever. If that's how the culture is. That's how the culture is. It's just confusing to, you know. But obviously, we're Westerners. This is a confusing take for me to hear from women. Normally, the way I would imagine it is that the guys do their thing in private, and the women don't know about it. Even though that's bad, that's the way I would have pictured it going. But they're fully aware. Look, if they're cool with it, and that's their culture, then, you know, more power to them, because not everybody looks at cheating the same. I'm not gonna start saying that we've got it right and they've got it wrong. What I'm saying is that it's a bizarre concept to me. And like, if I was dating a Japanese girl and this is something she believed was like okay for her to do, I think I would probably just break out with her.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to deal with that. I couldn't deal with the idea that if she told me she was like, Mike, I don't care if you go out and shag prostitutes. In my mind, I'm like, so you're gonna go out and shag prostitutes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, nah, man. I mean, look, if you want to do that when you're single, you know, that's up to you. I'm not bothered. But in a relationship, it kind of defeats the purpose to me, because if you're in a committed relationship, isn't the sexual urge supposed to be for that person?
Yeah, and also, if you're in a relationship, like, I don't know how so many relationships are not crumbling, because you could be happy in your relationship and then she could meet this other guy that she really wants to sleep with. She sleeps with him, but then she ends up catching feelings for him. And then she's ruining her relationship, all because she's allowed to go out and sleep with someone else as long as she tells her man.
Yeah.
Be right back, babe. I'm just going for a shag.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like, does it get announced? Is it, because what they're saying is if he comes and tells me. So let's say he comes home from work and he's like, listen, babe, me and the boys are going to go out. We might get a couple drinks. You know, if there's some, you know, soap plans around or girls on the roads advertising, is it cool if we go inside, you know, and bust a couple nuts? And she's just like, hi. And I'm just like, nah, that can't run. Like, it just can't run. It wouldn't make sense. I would feel ashamed asking my girlfriend to do that. I would actually feel ashamed. I don't think I could do it.
例えばどういう
付き合い
例えば上司とかのなるほどだったらまあ OK
いやだけど
まあなるほどなるほど
浮気とは思わないから
どうですかそれは自分の意見は浮気かどうか
私はなし
なし
怒るけど言ってもまだ許せる風俗なら
なるほどじゃあ彼氏が浮気風俗言ってるの分かったら別れますか
一回考えます。
まあ時と場合による
場合による。
なるほどこれ海外の方が見てて日本人の女性が風俗彼氏が行くのが OK っていう人が一定数いるっていうことに対して驚いてる人が多いんですよ。なんか人によると思いますけど、それについてはどう思いますか？日本独特だと思いますか？一定数そういう人がいるっていうのは。
そうかもしれない。いやなんか日本ならではのなんか文化じゃないけど、やっぱり有名じゃないですか。その風俗とかっていうのが、だから海外では割とそういうのがありえないっていうのはよく聞くので、そういう意味では日本ならではで、そう。
なるほどなるほど。
I'm not like surprised or put off at the fact that their prostitution industry is so big. What I'm more surprised about is the fact that it's happening in relationships. I'm not surprised that Asia has a big prostitution industry. Like we've all heard stories about Thailand,
Yeah.
Japan. I don't know about China. I think they're a bit more conservative. I'm not too sure. But I've even heard about stories in Vietnam. So I'm not surprised by that, and I don't actually like have much of an opinion on it. Like I'm not against it because that's their business. But and we have prostitution over here. Like I ain't got anything against prostitutes. What I'm just confused about is it's not even people doing it in the relationship. It's the openness to do it in the relationship. That's what I'm more baffled at. And now what I'm even more, because I was baffled at the other video we did with the men. What I'm even more baffled at now is the women's reaction. I'm not shitting on them for it. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. That's the way they see things, and you know that's cool. But it's I don't know if I've been conditioned to think that way, but I would think if I went and asked my girl, can I go bang a prostitute? I'm gonna get a knife in the back the minute I turn around. That's the way the women are in the West anyway. That's the way I've grown up. That asking that question is a death sentence to the relationship. But yeah, I mean, this is another side of the planet, so you learn something new every day.
風俗とかがあるおかげで気持ちの浮気は少ないのかなって思っちゃう。
体持って
なんかその変な浮気は少ない。風俗とかがあるお
気持ちがね
おかげでって言ったらあれだけど。
日本人の女性は浮気する人が多いと思いますか？
多くないと思います
はい
多くないと思います
友達がもし浮気したらどうしますか？
ああそれはやめなって
言う
してる友達いるんですけどなんかやめた方がいいよっては言っても仲いいからそのまんまです。
風俗に行くことは浮気かどうかっていうどう思いますか？イエスかノーイエスかノーで
ノ
ノー浮気ではない
ーノ
理由を教えてください。
ー嫌だけどしょうがないかなって思っちゃう
しょうがない
しょうがない体だけならなんかそういう人もいるのかな。
なるほどなるほど。
でも全然嫌って感じ。
Do you think because the industry is so big and it's so common, the women have just learnt to deal with it and accept it?
Yeah, I think they're being presented with no choice, which in some cases can be quite sad for certain people who don't want to be part of it. And I know they're saying it's just about the physical attribute, but I just think just keep your private parts to yourself and your partner. You don't need to be going and getting with loads of different people.
Well, I have a different take on it because that's how their country operates. So I wouldn't say do this and do that. If that's how their culture works, then I can respect it. It's not something I would partake in personally if I was in a relationship. But I can't. So the way that we have our own constructs and how we view cheating, and they have their own constructs, and neither is right or wrong because that's the way they see it and that's the way we see it, right? It's not like a biological reality or something. Cheating. If you were in an open relationship and you were shagging other guys and he was shagging other girls, it's not cheating because it's an open relationship. That's another type of relationship, right?
I don't understand that either.
It's not something that I'm into personally, but I couldn't have my girl going out and banging other guys. That's crazy to me, but. I'm not gonna sit here and like talk down to the Japanese people. Like, oh, this is, it's weird to me, but that's how they see it. It's just I did not expect this video when we did the male one. I was like, yeah, like there's no way that women are gonna just be like whatever. But maybe it's just so prevalent in Asia that it's just a part of their reality, and it's like whatever. Like it's gonna happen. Let's just accept it for what it is. And let's just move on. Let's not be children about this. Maybe that's how they're viewing it. You know, let's just be adults about this. And also the working...
it's not even a childish or being mature adults type of situation.
In their case, it would be.
It's just...
To us, it's not, but maybe to them it is. Like, let's look at the Japanese working culture, right? I've been told that they work overtime, don't even get paid for it. They work excessive hours. So they spend a lot of time with their bosses and their colleagues. The women know that the men are not coming home, not just because they're cheating, but because they're working. And to like release some stress or whatever, they're like, we're going to go to a soap land or whatever, a whorehouse or whatever. And I'm not saying it's like right or wrong, but it's an accepted part of their day to day. So I think that when I watched the video initially, there was a lot of comments of people saying they shouldn't do this and this is messed up and whatever. I don't actually believe that. I don't believe it's messed up because that's in this instance, that's their way of life. It's just something that I would find very, very, very difficult to get on board with. If I dated a Japanese girl, I would have to date a Japanese girl that, in this instance, has more Western value system. Not in everything, but in this particular thing, agreed with us more. I don't think I could. If she turned around to me and said she's okay with me going out and banging prostitutes, even if she was saying that just for me, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get to like my 50th prostitute. And then she's going to go, well, you've banged a lot of prostitutes. I think it's my turn now. And I'm just like, no, that's not going to happen. So I wouldn't do it to her. So, yeah. But it was an interesting video. But if there's any Japanese people in the comment sections that want to like enlighten us, maybe this is just one side of Japan that we're not that we're getting. I'm going to Japan soon with my boys, so this content is all very interesting to me. You got any plans to visit Japan?
I would like to go Japan, to be fair, but it's not like on the agenda right now.
Well, we planned out our route the other day. So we're starting in Okinawa, which is it looks like another island next to Japan. It's a part of Japan, but it's like all beaches. Looks like Hawaii. We're doing 3 days there, and then we're gonna go up to Fukuoka, and then we're gonna go to Hiroshima, and then over to Kyoto, then Osaka, then Yokohama, and then finish in Tokyo. And we'll still have 4 days left. So we're thinking about going to, I think it's called Hokkaido, but we're not too sure yet. But I'm going to be sending you all the pictures.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to go. Might even get some more tattoos out there.